Hi there, this is Becca with Amazing Paper Grace, and today I have a Becca bit for you. Yesterday on my blog I showed a card that had a punched frame, and quite a few of you asked how I made that punched frame, so I thought I would show you today. Now, this is a set of punches that I have, and I don't use the instructions that came with the punch. I've modified them a little bit for my use that just makes it easier for me and more successful to come out with a clean finished frame. So this is the border, this is the corner, and then I have a piece of paper. The size of the paper doesn't matter as long as it is large enough to accommodate the size of your punched frame. So let's get started. I'm going to punch the corner first. Okay, so I have my first punched corner, and now I can bring in the border punch. Now on the border punch, you'll see that there's a pattern where you can actually align what you've already punched, and so anytime I can do that, I want to do that. So I'm going to align my corner here with the motif that they have here for aligning the corner, and then I'll punch. Okay, so I'm well on my way down one side. Now since I have this corner here, and I know that it shows me on the punch here how it can be aligned, I'm going to go ahead and go down this other edge. Okay, so now I'm well on my way to two sides, but I'm at a stopping point. The next thing I'm going to need in either of these two places is a corner. And I've learned from working with this punch that the offset on it is 1 inch. If you've seen my other video about punching a perfect border, you'll know that the offset is a very important factor. So, since I know that the offset on this is 1 inch, I'm going to go ahead and cut my paper to 1 inch past where I have already punched. Also on offsets, I keep track of all my offsets on all my punches. I mark them down in a book so that I don't have to keep reinventing the wheel. Alright, so as I said, the offset is 1 inch. So on my paper cutter, I'm going to take the edge that has not been cut, the very pinpoint the place where everything left off, and I'm going to align that with the 1 inch mark and cut. So now I'll go back to my corner punch and I'll flip it over. Now on this corner, on what I've already punched, you can see the last part of this motif has a dot, 2 leaves, and a dot. And then on the inside of this punch, there are 4 holes. Well, I know that they match up. So that's what I'm aligning when I look inside. I'm aligning the edge, but I want to make sure that those 4 holes match up. And then I can punch. Okay, and so that worked out quite well. Now, since I have that corner done, I can go back to my border, since I have something to align it up with now. And I can punch again. Okay, here again I'm kind of at a stopping point where I know I'm going to need that corner, and I know that the offset is 1 inch, so I'm going to go ahead and cut my paper down by 1 inch. So I'm going right to the edge where the last part of the cutting is, and align that. and cut. So now I can go back to the corner punch again, flip it over, and I'm going to align these 4 holes with these 4 holes. Okay, now since I have something that I can use on my border to align now, that's what I'm going to do. I'll go back and align this with the display and punch. Okay, so now I'm down to the last corner. I'll go back to my corner punch flipped upside down, and I can align these 4 holes here and these 4 holes here and get that final perfect corner. Okay, so now I have all my holes lined up. This is the hardest of all of the corners to do because you're aligning from both sides. So I've looked through and I can see that this matches and this matches as best it can, and a punch. And so that's what I come out with. And from working it that way and knowing the offset, to me, that's the easiest. And, you know, through trial and error, you find out what that offset is. And then through trial and error with each set of punches, you figure out what lines up. But something always lines up. So I hope that this has helped you. And I hope that you'll give it a try. I'll see you soon.